On this job, the first step is to remove the flower boxes by unscrewing them from underneath the windowsill and setting them aside in a safe place. Working as a team, they remove the aluminum storm windows and all of the wide board trim around the entire perimeter and center mullion of the window, taking care not to damage the vinyl siding. They're careful to preserve the existing black felt building paper and verify that there's no existing metal flashing at the head of the window. As part of the water management strategy, new metal flashing will be added at the head during the replacement window installation. Next, they remove the old counterweights by cutting the weight cords. From the interior, they begin by scoring the paint line between the back band and the wall with a utility knife before removing any inside trim. It's important to score the entire perimeter, as this helps minimize damage to the plaster under the trim. Using a small utility pry bar, they carefully remove the wide board trim and back band around the window, working slowly and methodically around the entire perimeter to minimize damage to the lath plaster. They're not concerned about cracks or breaks in the existing window trim since it's not being reused. Next, they use a pry bar to remove the inside stops, the apron, and the stool. Once the interior trim is removed, they discover that the plaster and lath butt up directly to the old window frame. They carefully remove the plaster that overlaps the old frame around the entire perimeter, being very careful not to disturb any of the plaster that won't be covered up by the new trim. They also run a reciprocating saw around the frame to cut any nails that may be holding the frame in place. Then they slip out both bottom sash to lighten the weight of the twin units. With one installer on the inside of the house and the other outside, they carefully tip the old window out of the rough opening and immediately dispose of it in the dumpster.